Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, I hope you're doing well. Today you join me at G3 Car Auctions here in Bedford, where there's 250 cars going under the hammer today, and I am in desperate need of some stock and some cars for the prep queue, so I'm going to see if we can't get some bargains today. I've brought Ben along because he's our new prep manager, and one of the roles in your job is going to be buying cars, but you're not really a connoisseur of car auctions, are you?
I'm not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet, hopefully
That's why we're here, the masterclass.
The masterclass, yes.
Yeah, we seem to do quite well when we actually come physically to auction, so we might end up sending Ben out here, but he's never been before. We're going to check out some cars, and to be honest, Ben's probably got a keener eye than me when it comes to checking things that I shouldn't buy, because if it's left up to me, I'll probably buy rubbish, and then Ben has to fix it.
I'm here to keep him in check.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got about 30 or 40 cars, potentially, that I'm interested in, so we're going to have to whip around here. We've got about an hour before the auction starts, check them out, try and make sure that we're happy with what we want to bid on them. And on top of that, there's actually another video we're doing today that you'll be able to see on the Joe Betty channel, where just over here somewhere is a racetrack, and we're going to buy 2 cars and then take them to the racetrack and see who's the fastest. Ben's got a lot more experience at that track than me, and I'm already making excuses. But if you want to watch that, make sure you subscribe to the Joe Betty channel. But other than that, let's go and look at some cars. Right, so Suzuki Vitara. These have always been good news for me, these kind of more modern ones. 67 plate. This one's on 54,000 miles. It's got a cap clean of 6,850. Tend to find these go really strongly. You got much experience with these, Ben?
Not personally, but...
No, you're more of a sports and performance man, aren't you? Not
indeed.
A Suzuki Vitara. We'll have a quick look around. We'll see if we can get it anywhere near. It's really good retail stuff to have because it will sell really easily, probably minimal prep. If it does need parts, I don't think they're too expensive on these. I can see it used to be a Trade Centre UK car. One wheel definitely wants doing. That one's not too bad.
One owner from new as well.
One owner from new. Look at that. So yeah, probably going to want to do all the wheels. Cloth interior, manual. We have got the heads up. Ooh, get a whiff of that. That's enough to put me right off completely.
Charlie might be in for a challenge with that one.
Yeah, that's like smells like a cigar lounge in there. We'll keep it in mind. What I'm going to do is I'm not even going to retail check or anything this yet. I'm just going to put smoky, because that's what it is. Stinks of cigarette smoke.
Michelin's all round there, which is nice.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Someone will obviously take care of their car, but then just smoke inside, and I think when you smoke, you don't really notice it. I'm not a massive fan of these MGs, but they were incredibly popular for a while. I think because they were such cheap cars. I saw it and I thought maybe that would be interesting, but that said, it's got a very low retail rating. It was like 30 out of 100. I think for what you pay, what's the cap on this? £9,250 for a 2020 car. Automatic, nice looking kind of display and everything in there. Full leather interior. It's probably got heated seats and cruise control and all that sort of stuff. But it does say the engine management light is illuminated. Considering how unpopular it is, it's probably not worth getting involved with that. So,
coming up to 76k, and it's not even 5 years old yet.
Yeah, it's done a bit of work.
Quite leggy.
But at least it's got good ride tyres on it. So that's reassuring. You always want a good ride. We got Ford Focus ST3 TDCi, so it's a 2-litre diesel. I have had quite a lot of problems with these, to be fair, and they're a bit of a boy racer motor, aren't they? So they're not always the best.
In the boot of one of these?
Probably. Yeah. I can't remember. We've got weird tape marks and things on it. The headlights probably need restoration. We've got some aftermarket bits and pieces on it. The wing mirror, door mirror, for everyone who's going to be a right pedant about it, is sticking out for some reason. It's got that horrible, like, fishnet stocking sticker on the rear lights to sort of tint them. Damage down here. It's quite a cool colour, although a lot of people say it's not, but it would be a popular colour. But yeah, I think probably just a bit too bitty. This is why we got Ben here, because he's in charge of prepping all these cars now. He can look at it and think about just how much work and expense there's going to be, which is probably quite a lot on this one.
It does have a carbon pack in it, which I've never seen before.
Is it genuine?
No idea. It's got Maxton stuff on it, so might not be. He's a modified car enthusiast.
We'll see what it sounds like and whatever, but probably they've had something taped there that says they had something across here for some reason. Right, Volkswagen Scirocco R. You ever had these before?
I've driven a few.
Yeah. They're, strangely, it's basically like a Golf R, slightly less power and just front-wheel drive. They don't have four-wheel drive, do they? Makes them...
Do they not?
No, they don't.
No, I learn something new every day.
I'm probably going to get crucified in the comments now. At least the one that I had didn't. It does make them slightly more fun to drive, though, because they're a bit like a GTI. They're a bit more rewarding or
All the
challenging.
ones I've driven, you know, I've really enjoyed. Especially, like, is this a DSG? It's a manual.
No, it's DSG.
DSG, yeah.
They've got cool seats and stuff like that, haven't they? I can't get in.
So you're thinking
oh,
about...
wow. Look at the chunk missing from that wheel there. So that is definitely going to want a whole new wheel. There's no repairing that.
You've got a smart repair on the rear bumper.
Yeah. This has got a cap clean of about £11,000, so if you wanted it for stock, you want it to be quite good, at least by the time you're going to sell it.
Your Gorilla Glue pouring out the side's good.
Okay. To be honest, the last one I had wasn't a great seller. And we got quite a lot of like performance-y, hot cars at the moment, so probably not the best one for stock. 2 Series could be good for stock. Ben's saying we need some BMWs, aren't you?
Yep. I think we've got enough Mercedes right now. We'll sprinkle some BMWs in the mix.
Nice ferret grey. It is a manual, which some people say they don't like, but I think a lot of people do still like a manual.
I think we're in for a new bumper on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Might
happened?
be slightly outside of the realms of...
Oh, yeah. What's happened? Is it... Oh, it's got a bit of a crease and
crease
everything.
down there, yeah, which you know is sometimes quite hard to get out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the bumpers are 10 a penny. It's just a 2 Series bumper.
So it's on 65,000 miles, essentially. Cap clean of 6,950.
It is a pearlescent paint as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. So quite a nice car on the whole, really. It looks... Well, I was about to say reasonably well equipped, but there's no heated seats. It's cloth interior, although they do a nice cloth interior on these. Got ferret grey M Sport alloy wheels. Right, so retail on this is essentially £9,500, and we were saying that the cap clean is just under £7,000. So it's £2,500 spread there, minus the fees, so about £2,000. That's not, it's going to have to come cheaper than that, but we'll have to see what it's like today, how fierce the bidding is.
Yeah, you'll have to make an allowance for the bumper, one wheel, and some touch-ins, I think.
Yeah.
Also a set of front discs.
Right, I've got a 3 Series here in the list that's definitely had the front bonnet, the only bonnet it's got. That's definitely been painted. You can see all the fish eyes in it. What have we got? It's a 330D M Sport Saloon, 118,000 miles. So it's a bit leggier. It's got M4 style alloy wheels on it. It's probably not an ideal stock car, to be honest. It's had a little bit of a harder life. It probably just, I put it in the list because it's jumped out at me as looking quite smart. It'll probably make quite a cheap car for someone. Cap clean of £6,575.
4 wheels need doing, and I presume there's a puncture somewhere.
Eagle eye, Ben spotted that. Yeah, it's. Do you know what I notice about wheels like this, for example? Say these, they look good from side on. You get a picture, nice big wheels on there or whatever. But when you actually look at them at this angle, they're a bit too wide, kind of stretched on the tyre.
Yeah, they do poke out a bit. Probably why they're all curved.
Probably. Yeah. We're now looking for 51, which is a 1 Series, which is this one. Oh, this will be the M135i, which I'm very cautious of these after the last one that I bought from BCA that had a very knocky engine. But look at that, it is like one of my favourite specs. White or black, but with the coral red interior. Automatic. It's got all green ticks, got MOT until April next year, 5 service stamps, 82,000 miles. I am just very nervy of them, but it's only £8,875 cap clean. This is again, it needs a front bumper painting. This is the sort of thing, I think, because of the risk potentially associated with it. When you've got a big engine, big turbos, lots of stuff to go wrong, they've usually been driven hard, that you need a big juicy margin in it. So I guess if we have a look, normally I'm prepared and I've got all these prices written down, but I didn't have time, unfortunately, this time. So I'm
Might
having to
be
do them as we go through.
Slightly harder to sell with an aftermarket exhaust on it.
Yeah. So, £13,000 retail though, and it's got a cap clean of under 9.
What was the Auto Trader retail?
12,937 with a 60 out of 100 retail rating. So, something with £4,000 across it, if you get it for that, it leaves you £1,000 to prep it. You could be well in. It's got the service history. What's it say about how many keys? Two keys. You know, might be better than it looked on first glance. I'm preferring stuff with bigger margins in, even if it means a little bit of work, just because if prices drop down and it's hanging around for a little while, you have to negotiate with someone, or it sits around, you need to trade out of it. Having a big head start makes a huge difference rather than trying to do loads that are on small margins that you can quite easily lose a lot of money on all of them. That's my current theory anyway. So this is one, this is a estate, Avant. Now what do they call a Mercedes? Just an estate, I guess. They don't do an Avant or Touring, do they?
Electric hybrid, 350.
Oh yeah. See, I don't know if that's good news or bad news. We are close to Bristol, can sometimes be good news. I think as long as it's quite nice spec, which we have got a pan roof, this part of it's looking a bit scabby. Could maybe get Carl at Shadowworks to just wrap that section to freshen it up. Heavily tinted windows, like, that's ridiculous. All the wheels need refurbishing by the looks of it. I imagine there's a private plate on because those plates have got screw holes and they've just been stuck on.
We've got rear disc and pads going on.
This could be one of those things though where a bit like that 1 Series, keys in the key box, that's why it...
Oh, is that real?
We found some carbon.
Yeah, it's got a hole in the driver's seat. And there's all this... That's another one, have a whiff in there.
Do you know what? I just kind of knew it was going to be.
Yeah, so somebody's like hydro dipped all the centre console in a fake carbon fibre.
It could be hiding nasties, but also it could just be a nightmare to get off, couldn't it? This, just for reference though, this has got a cap clean of 7,650 with an Auto Trader retail of 11,000. So you got a fairly decent spread, but probably don't need work like that, do we? We'll see what it makes.
It does have the spec on it. It's got a huge spec list on it.
Yeah.
So you might be able to make a car out of it.
Yeah, it is not quite as smoky as the old Vitara, but...
And it does have Burmester audio.
Yeah, so this is the damage on the seat here. Quite easily get that replaced with our trimmer. Yeah, heated seats, fully electric with memory, got 360 cameras, obviously all the sat-nav stuff. I need to just invest in one of those ozone things, although some people say they work, some people say they don't. You can get them quite cheaply on Amazon now.
You can save leather cars when they smell a bit smoky because you only got to really tackle the headliner and the carpets.
Yeah.
When you get a full cloth car, it can be a bit more challenging.
Yeah. We'll see. If it's going cheap, then I think it's worth having. We need some work, so, you know, why not? Next on my list is 82, which, by the looks of it, is going to be outside. Head outside. Right, there's a 5 Series over here, which is our next one, number 82. Quite keen on this at the moment, until we look at it closer maybe. I absolutely love these wheels, although they're mullered and need refurbishing, but I just think they're really pretty wheels. But they've had a hard life, haven't they?
Yeah, they're definitely not going to come back to a diamond cut finish, but we could do a single colour on them, I think.
Yeah. I think even just a black would look good. Oh, okay, so what's it saying in here? Oh, so it's got a ghost immobiliser. We won't show you the thing, but it's got a description of how you put it in. Being a 530e, it is a hybrid, but it'd be a real mild hybrid. It's kind of just like a get-around type thing, isn't it? It's got like a 2-mile range or something stupid like that.
So we need a tyre on the front.
Yeah. You have a look at the mechanical. I'll run the numbers. One slight issue with this one is if you run it through an Auto Trader, this vehicle's been stolen. So that's probably because it was a repossession, and they've then reported it stolen because they didn't realise that it's been repossessed. Maybe. I don't know, we'll have to get some more information on that. But, yeah, interesting. Maybe we'll run a vehicle score check on this at some point. But currently, I've had this a few times. Basically, Auto Trader used to use Experian for all their data checks and whatever. Now they do their own. And occasionally a car will get marked as stolen for whatever reason. And then they don't remove it. You can normally just send them an email and say, could you remove it, double check it, and they will. But currently it's saying stolen, so it might be an interesting drive home in that, if you did buy it. I did have this in the list. Where is this? 83, but I hadn't seen that it had been keyed to high hell.
And the wing stoved in on this side quite considerably, yeah. It's hit a bollard or something.
No service history. Has got 2 keys, but I guarantee this was a repossession and they've been spiteful and damaged it when it's gone back.
Shame as well, it's got Michelin's all around.
I'd like a car with a nice, interesting colour. Just to go back to that thing, it will give me the prices on that 530e, which it's saying, obviously for a non-stolen one, is just under 15 grand. Which this has got a cap clean of just under 12 grand. But, you know, maybe if everyone's put off by the stolen thing, and I'm ballsy and I reckon we can sort it out, if we get it for 10, we'd be absolutely laughing. But who knows? Time will tell. We will find out. Golf GTI, Ben. Right up your street, especially with the chameleon tint. Do you like a chameleon tint?
Nope.
Good. Good. You can...
I like the message on the dashboard.
What's it say?
The A4 sheet covering the screen. Warning, bad brakes.
Ah. Yes.
We've got JR wheels on the front and then the standard wheels on the rear.
I was going to say, because I got a different wheel on the front here. So this is another finance company one.
Cobra exhaust system. You never know, if you pop the bonnet on this thing might be
tuned to high hell.
Tuned right up.
No.
Soddle.
Just missing coolant and an engine cover.
Nothing exciting going on under there, unfortunately, so just the jazzy exhaust.
Yeah, as long as it sounds
We
loud.
could have popped this bonnet, it's fully forged with hybrid turbos and... Not this time.
I still would have avoided it, I think. It's this Range Rover, it's not on my list, but it's a nice looking thing. I still appreciate the...
It's got the Meridian audio in the...
pan roof. Oh yeah. You got like a speaker in the rear seat that like pumps tunes at your face. I do love them, I just don't trust them. This will be on my list. It's 134.
I was just taking a look at it. It looks pretty nice, actually.
I love an all-road.
Yeah.
And they always sell really, really well.
I've had good luck with all roads.
So, 134. It's on 85,000 miles. Cap clean of £11,000. This is newer than I've ever had before, to be fair.
Tidy as well. It is tidy. So drive select, heated seats, Bang & Olufsen audio. It's got like an infotainment screen in there. The spec on this one looks...
So we got a retail
really nice.
of about £16,000, 15,861. Retail check, 38 out of 100, but I think it will sell a lot better than that. And cap clean, as we said, is 11. So, say it sells for cap clean, then we can sell it for Auto Trader retail. There's a £5 spread there, so I'm very interested.
And hopefully for the guys bidding online, stuff like the Bang & Olufsen audio isn't listed on the spec.
Yeah.
So we might have the advantage knowing that it is actually better spec than as listed here.
It makes a huge difference, spec. Something I'm learning. It's taken me a good 6 or 7 years, but I would always just be like, oh, it's a whatever. Someone will still want it, even because it'll be a cheap version of.
Yeah.
And that's true. You will sell a car if you've got a cheap, lower spec version to someone who just wants that type of car. But if you've got a load of spec on it, such an easy sell. Yeah. It makes such a big difference. That's like turnover in your business it's just gonna help everything, isn't it? Mini Cooper S. Oh no, it's Cooper SD, so it's the diesel. All the report looks good, other than one tyre's down to 2 mil, so still legal, but wants changing. It's got no service history, sadly, and only 1 key. So it's come from another finance house, not sure if we're allowed to say. Could well be a repossession. That's why there's no service history. Could we get in touch with BMW/Mini? It's got nice leather interior, heated seats. It's a manual. This sort of colour will be really popular as well. Is it me or do the wheels look small for this?
Yeah, they
look like they're not the Coupe S.
They're definitely a base model wheel, aren't they? They're not popping.
Little scratch I just spotted somewhere, but would easily polish out.
Heated seats, has got like a sport drive select mode, but I guess they all have that being an S.
Oh, it's high mileage. 135,000 miles.
Thing is,
oh, maybe I was looking at this as a track car, you know, because cap clean's 3,700.
it would make, well, we've got budgets on the rear, but you've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4s on the front, which might help things.
So we're filming 2 videos today, so we thought this might have been a car for stock, but I think I was looking at this. A car on 135,000 miles probably isn't going to go on the forecourt Barrow Motors, not at least these days. Used to sell any old crap there, but just don't want the headache now. This could have made a track car, but I don't know if they're so nimble that it would really be a huge advantage. We'll see what it makes anyway, because
one to keep an eye out on.
That, for whatever it goes for, it says cap clean 3,700 quid. That looks like such a lot of car for under 4 grand. This is a cheap looking car. All right, it's got some aftermarket wheels. It's got some FC Bayern Munich, München. Is it Munich or München, I guess? I think the wheels have tricked me. It looks like quite a modern car. It's only got a cap clean of, I'll tell you why, it's 152,000 miles. £3,000 cap clean though. If you wanted a nice estate to smoke around in, that would fit the bill. So I got this in my list as a potential for stock.
We've got Goodyear Eagle F1s all round, which just gives you a bit of confidence, doesn't it? All the normal ST3 bits.
I love the colour as well.
Cruise.
So this could be a good bet. I think a lot of these, because it's starting now, we might need to get in there and we will come back. Do you know one thing I've always wanted to buy, just to scratch an itch, just because I've never been able to buy one, bizarrely, is a Ford EcoSport.
Yeah?
I don't know why. I didn't even have this in my list, but I feel like they'll be top sellers, but it is a 1 litre EcoBoost. This one says it's all good. I just think they're quite a funky little car. I'm not saying, oh God, it's had a tow bar on it. Imagine having a tow bar on your 1 litre EcoBoost.
Yeah, the roof has got some serious dents happening.
Yeah, they probably had a roof rack on it as well.
Towing the caravan, roof box on top, that sort of thing.
This probably isn't going to be the one then, but I quite like the wheels. I just think they're quite a funky little, if you're going to have a hatchback crossover thing.
Have a look at this reg.
Semno, my pork chop. Should we try and Google Translate what the Sanskrit is on this door? Do you think it's like whoopsie?
It's the Egyptian version of us putting a little fake plaster sticker on dents.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see where somebody tried to glue something onto it to try and pull it out. Yeah. And they've left the remnants of the glue on there.
Well, the translation it's given me is just the picture I gave it, so I don't know. Maybe someone can tell us in the comments. I've actually got a Q2 down here that I would like to have a look at. 70,000 miles, cap clean of 13,250. Lovely dolphin, whatever grey it is. Wants a couple of tyres because they're getting down to 3 mil. 2 keys.
This tyre's cracked. Probably set of tyres, maybe that front one's all right.
5 services, but it just looks a very nice thing.
What's the AT rating on this?
Let me tell you.
It's a Quattro as well. Quattro TDI.
15,241, so we're not talking a huge spread there, depending on what it sells for. Retail rating is 35 out of 100, but I think with seeing as our thing now really is kind of like SUVs, German ideally. It would have been these in the past, but
could have made a car.
I think that'll, the wheels and the paint make that will it's come from V12 Sports and Classics. Should we go and see what's happening in the hall? See what numbers we're at. Maybe get a little drink.
Are we missing anything?
Admittedly, this Honda Jazz isn't a car that I probably want to buy for stock, and even more so, if I did want to, I'd probably be put off because it says on here that it's a V car, category N. Now, they tell you that at an auction. 9 times out of 10, don't get me wrong, sometimes things will slip through the net, but if you're buying a car privately, you're going to want to do a thorough history check on it, so you can find out whether it's been in a prang or it's got finance against it. I'm going to show you how that works on this little Honda Jazz. Right, we'll go to the Vehicle Score website, which is vehiclescore.co.uk. We'll enter our registration, which is DE54XNK. First part is the free check. You can get loads of information. It will give you a score on your car from 1 to 999 based on its MOT, mileage, age, all that sort of stuff. And this one is below par. It's 246 out of 999. You can go down and it will tell you the reasons why that is. But more importantly for me, what I really love to use is it will tell you some of the information about it. Like this is a CVT. I hadn't even looked inside to find out that it's an automatic. It'll tell you the brake horsepower, 81.8. And it will also tell you your tax and MOT information. You can go through the MOT history, all that sort of stuff. But crucially, if you're going to hand over your hard-earned cash, you need to know whether it's got a hidden history, and you can do that using their checks. Vehicle Score offer 2 checks starting from just £11.95, and you can get them even cheaper if you use my code SHIFTINGMetal20, and that will tell you whether it's been written off, used as a taxi, whether it's been imported, exported, whether it should have been crushed, or whether it might be actively stolen. All things that could end up costing you a lot of money if you weren't to check it beforehand. So if you are looking at buying a car, make sure you use your checks, and I highly recommend Vehicle Score.
What's the one you really want to come away with here?
Allroad.
Yeah. That Allroad and Audi,
The Q2.
Yeah, Q2.
It's got a drivetrain light, but that could be battery, to be fair, but probably just give it a miss. Just checking, the last one of these that I had a real bad knock at about 2,000 RPM. You would have seen a video probably on the channel. It actually sounds very nice. So I'm going to go over there, formulate what my bid actually wants to be. I do love an M135i. I think they'll be very popular here today. I don't think there'll be a huge margin on it. Might have a go at this Ford Focus. We didn't look at this before, I don't think. I think it would go for strong money. I think my bid's about 5.5.
50, 5,050. We're selling there on the 152, buy 2, 50, buy 2, 2, 3, buy 3, 50, buy 3, 4, buy 4, yes, 50, buy 4, bit shake set.
We'll leave it.
Buy 7 a bit, behind, buy 7 a bit, 50, buy 7, 50, shake set. What's the price for that?
Not bad price. You'd have about 2,200 to 2,500 quid profit. It's not too bad, assuming you don't have problems. I have had quite a lot of problems with Focus STs. I'm keen to get this M135i, but I think every young blood here is going to want it.
Yeah, so now the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 1, 2, online, 3, 4, 5, 8 down the 5 and then now 8, 5 big. 8 down the 5 and 6, 8 down the 6, 7, 8 behind you, 9, 9 big, 9 down the 9, 9 down the 9, 9 down the 1 big, the back down 9 1 big, 9 2, come on then, 15, 3, 9 down the 3, 15, 9 15, 4, with the back down the 9, 4 with 15, on the 4, 5, 15, 6, 15, 7, one more, 15, 9 8, 15, 9 8, 50 big, 9, 1 is now, see, 9 9 big, 1 if you want it, 9 down the 9 with the back down 9 9, so, 9 down the 9 with 1, right, 9 9,
I paid slightly over the odds there, but I'm getting the feeling that some people want to outbid us. So break the seal there. I've got about 2.5 grand margin left on that. The engine sounded healthy.
Happy days. Not a million quid worth of wrap on the car either, so.
No, it's got to be in it to win it, haven't you? Got to break the seal as well. It's like it's the analogy I always use when you go into an auction. It's like when you go drinking. You know where I'm going?
Yeah.
Once you break the seal and you go for your first wee, you're weeing all night. Sometimes with auctions, you got to just throw money away on your first one.
Rip the band-aid off, get going.
My top bid on that was 9.5 to get it for 10. The retail's 13, so what did we do? 9.9. We still got 2.5 grand in it. Here comes our 350e high-spec, tinted, smoky estate thing. I'm going to go on a little listen to it. I think there would be about 3 grand in that.
Thing is, then you've got to contend, you have to leave yourself a hybrid battery margin, don't you?
Yeah, I think they're actually really good. Right, so what else have we got? Nothing really on this line, have we? I don't think we've got anything else left in the building now.
Should we have just a little once through, make sure we're not missing anything?
I did just message Sam to say, did you know that this one's marked as stolen? But now you can see on the windscreen it says, so sorry, I'm no longer in this sale. So that is not one we can buy today because they probably realise it's got a stolen marker against it and they probably won't sell it for much, even though I would have bought it anyway. Sounds pretty good.
Sounds good. Sounds healthy. This is the one bit of stock I would like to come away with.
It's the one bit of stock I'd like to drive home tomorrow. Right, let's remind ourselves of what our bid's going to be. Audi A4 here. £16,000 retail, £11,000. I think we could probably go 12 and a half, still have 3.5 in it.
Am I reading these wrong then? Allroad.
Yeah.
Cap retail is 13.6.
Yeah. That's not Auto Trader retail though. They're normally way out.
I thought it's been a long time since I had both a Cap account and a Auto Trader account, but Auto Trader was always a hedge more, but that seems, like all these cars we've been talking about, Auto Trader's like 1,000, 2,000 more.
Yeah. But this is where you can actually make money. Like if you're relying on other people just relying on just the Cap prices, the difference between Cap and Auto Trader, which if you ask me, Auto Trader is the true like retail value.
Yeah.
That's where you can make money. For a while there, those prices were coming like nearly the same and it was almost impossible to buy a car with margin in. We're surprised if we can't buy that.
10, you're right, 10 back 1, 10 to 1, hold it, 10 to 1, 10 1, 10 1, 10 2, 4, 5, 10 6 hold, 10 6, 7, 8 big, 10 9 the hold, 10 9 big, 10,000 under the 9 big ones, twice, 10 9,
We nicked that. That's what I was going to say. I think we're going to nick it. The market here is for the cheap stuff, so we might struggle with some of these.
So what was the winning bid on that?
10.9.
And what was the Cap clean?
So it was £11,050. So we're 150 quid behind Cap.
Beautiful.
But the retail was 16,000, so we got £4,500 head start in that.
And that one is little to no prep, and the engine sounded absolutely mint as well. So that was the one car I said, if we could get something on the forecourt today, it's that car.
I shouldn't have said we nicked it though, because it'd end up getting stolen next week and smashed into a Tesco or something. What? Not another one?
Not another one.
You're joking. Not another one?
What's the catalogue saying on this one?
350. It's Cap clean.
What's that Cap clean already? 350.
350, yeah.
That just looks in such a nice condition. Went for 2.9. Someone got a good deal.
That's a prime bit of stock for someone. Not really our profile anymore, but
no, but I just love the colour. That's the problem when I come to auction. That's why you need to come, not me. So I'm like, ooh. I bet you this will go ridiculously cheap. What's the Cap clean on this Renault Zoe?
£4,700.
1,500 quid. There's a lot of money to be made in these if you can get out of them.
So presumably nav and rapid charge is probably the one you want as well.
I wonder if it says anything about lease battery or not.
That's the killer, isn't it?
Yeah. Because there's also no good option. Because if you own it, you're responsible if it goes bad, but you don't pay anything. If you lease it, at least if it goes wrong, they'll fix it. What was the Cap?
Clean is 3.7.
Okay, so a grand under.
Grand under to allow for us finding some service history,
Yeah.
essentially. So the pep on that
Such a
was
cheap
very
car
minimal.
though, because that was 2,800. It's going to be like £3,300 for a car like that. I think that's a bargain.
So what do you think that goes for on Cars Bought For More?
I don't know about Cars Bought For More. We could definitely Facebook Marketplace that really easily.
100%.
You get
4?
I reckon you get 5.
I will find service history for that car. As soon as I get that logbook number and I can see the MOT history settings. Should we ever take a listen to our Audi Q2?
Yeah, might have a little bit on this Q2.
There's PDR on this on both rear doors.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
16 bit net, 17, 18 bit, 19, 2 more, 2.3 more.
Like the little LED interior.
I know. I really like that.
So this is it, little pin dent here, and then that one in the swage on the other side.
So this is the one where the spread is potentially only about £2,000, 70,000 and 632 miles. Because the cap clean is 13,250 and the retail is 15,250. So there's only £2,000 across it, which isn't going to be enough. So it's got to go a lot cheaper than cap.
Let's see what it goes for. Maybe people are thinking on the similar lines we are.
Well, yeah, it might. I think the more expensive stuff, £10,000 and up, today it would seem is where you're going to get your profit, not on the cheap stuff. I reckon about 12,250, because I think that's such good news.
Yeah.
I think any more than that, if you only got £2,000 in a £15,000 car.
That car is maybe J repairs, sorts out a few little scuffs on the wheels, because they're not even bad. It's more like tyre fitting marks, a bit of PDR. Maybe it needs a service, but it is kind
Nice, easy prep stuff. That's the sort of stuff we want, really.
Yeah, straight to 11. Crikey.
11, 2, 11, 3, 11, 4, 11, 5, 11, 6, 11, 7, 11, 8, 11, 9, 12 big, 12 1, 12 2, 12 3, 12 1, 12 4.
Oh, believe that.
12 big.
I'd like to get it. I think it's a lovely car, but there's no sense in buying a car for not a lot of profit. 12 and a half now, that's going to be 13. You got £2,500 in it. Take 500 quid off for prep. Then your VAT, then all your other stuff. There's easier money. But I say there's easier money. The thing I think is that would be a really easy car to prep and sell, but there wouldn't be much money in it. It's just that you've tied up a lot of money.
It's a beautiful looking car, but I never felt like that was going to be a hot seller. Whereas you look at the A6 and you just know it's not going to hang around.
The other thing as well is this is tricky when you're trying to balance. You think you buy more expensive cars, you have bigger margins. Generally not huge. Sometimes it is riskier stuff. But we know we could buy a car for £2,000 and make £2,000 on it versus buying a car for £13,000 and making £2,000 on it. Could go 9.5, get it all in for 10. You got 13 grand.
It smells like it might have a decal on it.
It smells petrol-y, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to give it a little rev now he's out of it? Do you want to pop the bonnet on here 2 seconds? Well, it looks totally stock, doesn't it? It's kind of what you want.
Yeah. It looks like really well looked after inside.
What you want to see, at least. When you do pop the bonnet on these, and you're in an auction, just look around all the headlight plastics. Because the first thing that breaks when they have a little front end bump is all these little headlight brackets. So that all looks good.
Service history, 2 keys.
Dare I say it, this might be the only car I've seen here today that is a no prep PDI, get it on the forecourt car. Really tidy.
Yeah, it does look nice, and I love the colour. Really nice metallic as well. Your disc dust shield.
Just needs clearing up, doesn't it? Really happy with that A6 as well. If I come here on my own, that's the car I'd come away with.
Even though it's an A4, you keep calling it an A6. What a fucking loser, mate.
Don't you know your 5s and 6s and 8.4s?
24, 6, 9 big, 9 1, 9 2, 9 3, 9 4, 9 5, get to the second, 9 6,
Not worth it. Unless they're going to get more than
80.
yeah, because they know it's got good spec, but it didn't have that great spec.
Well, it's an ST3. They're all the same. That's the whole premise of having 3 on the end. They're all the same bloody spec.
It's when these sorts of cars, someone wants it for themselves.
What was the 80 Auto Trader retail?
13.
Just made what, 12 grand there?
13,188.
So you've got £1,000 profit in it. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Why would, yeah.
It's less than that. Fees, prep, you're doing all this for like 600 quid. It doesn't make any sense.
Unless you're, the thing is you get, they might be buying that for prime light finance customer, and they know they're putting a strong rate on.
There is that whole business model out there, isn't there, based on finance commission. Well, how long that lasts though?
I've got a mate who runs a 300 car supermarket thing, and his goal this year is to become net zero profit in the chassis, because he sells like £3,000 or £4,000 worth of add-ons, warranty, paint, protection, all that sort of stuff. That's where they make their money. Well, that's pretty much everything for our watch of the day. I think. Should we go outside where it's a bit quieter and we'll reflect on what we've won?
Yes, I think we should.
Right, so that rounds off our day here at G3 Bedford. It's actually been quite successful.
Yeah, we've come away with a few cars.
I think 4. I think we've got Audi A4 Allroad.
Love that.
Ben's favourite.
My favourite.
Tell us why it's your favourite.
It's minimal prep, and it is just one of those, it's got all the right spec that you know it's not going to hang around the forecourt too long, so as an absolute solid bit of stock.
And that it's going to be bought by like a discerning customer, isn't it? That's going to go to a doctor, dentist, professional, business owner, because it's such a nice, classy car.
Where we are in the world as well, you know, a bit countryside, you know, maybe the Allroad has a bit more appeal there.
Allroads have always done really, really well for me.
Yep.
What else? I bought a BMW M135i, complete opposite end of the spectrum, but it sounded nice. It was actually in pretty good condition. Might want to do something with the back bumper.
And the front bumper.
And the front bumper.
And the front bumper, yeah.
But there was a reasonable margin in that. It's a lovely car. I don't think it'll hang around for too long once we've sorted it.
The engine sounded really good in that one, so I can get behind that. We'll get that prepped nice and we'll get that up for sale. Then
bought a higher mileage Mini Cooper SD, because I thought we might get that back, and just it looks such good value for what we paid for it. I think £3,300 maybe for that car. Looks so cheap that maybe we'll kind of prep it, and you know, I might trade it on for someone else. I mean, I can't help myself sometimes. People
steered away from it because there's no service history, but we have ways to get around that. We can track some stuff down for it. It's almost certain for a couple of years it's been at Mini. We'll get all those printouts, and we can find all the little garages that have been servicing for the MOT history. So we can put a little service history together for that.
Was that the 3 that I bought? I think there might have been. I think I was having a good bid at a Focus ST3 that was lovely.
That was prime retail stock. It needed for absolutely nothing.
That was car of the day though, because it went within like £1,000 of Auto Trader retail, the top money you're going to get for that. So someone's bought that for themselves.
Between fees, advertising costs and prepping, you're probably left with like 500-600 quid.
Yeah, especially after VAT if you're actually going to sell it. But I expect someone's bought that for themselves to bum about in. Is that it? I can't remember.
The XR?
Yes, there was one other car that you won't have seen in this video, but if you want to see us buy a cool little hot hatch that we're going to take directly to the racetrack that we talked about earlier, then we have managed to buy one. We aimed to buy 2, we bought 1.
Yep.
But it was, I think, of the cars here today, that was the best one we could have bought.
We had some great contenders to start with, but through one reason or another, them being modified and way too loud or just running a bit rough, we had to steer clear of those.
Completely blew the budget.
Blew the budget. We won,
But we're going on a track day, so we don't really care, do we? Check it out on the Joe Betty channel. Don't forget to check out Vehicle Score. That is it from me and Ben. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Take care.